This is Henos' Sport, bringing you the heat and that fire. All right. See, this is the stuff that I'm talking about. Again, delusional fight fans, reverse bias, aka detractors, aka panders. Why would you sit here out of your own mouth and sit here and say, "What? Will somebody fight Terence Crawford already?" Jeez. This is the stuff that I'm talking about. Classic dope and troglodytisms at its truest and its most properest levels. What does Terence Crawford have to the table other than being a chihuahua barking behind a damn fence? This is what he brings to the table. So beating up a lame duck Jeff Horn gives you credibility to be a boogeyman? Okay. Beating a one-legged gimp, Jose Benavidez, gives you credibility at being a boogeyman? Okay. Beating a 5-year past his prime at that time, Amir Khan. See, notice I add at that time because now he's 10 years past his prime. That gives you credibility? Beating a guy who was 262 days off the damn shelf, damn near 103 days away from being completely off the shelf for 365 days in green bean machine or green mean machine, gives you credibility? See, this is the stuff that I'm talking about. Overrating Terence Crawford's resume at 147. When Yordenis Ugas said he wants to fight Spence and he didn't mention Terence Crawford, that's not him ducking Terence Crawford. Yordenis Ugas will box the ears off of Terence Crawford. People don't understand what Yordenis Ugas brings to the table. I kept telling people, and the prediction king strikes again, and the prediction king strikes again, that Yordenis Ugas is the real boogeyman. Do you guys want to know what boogeyman in boxing means? Let me break it down to you guys in three-dimensional thinking fashion. Boogeyman means high risk, low reward. Terence Crawford is not high risk, low reward. Yordenis Ugas is. This is why Sean Porter is not clamoring for immediate rematch. He's not clamoring for immediate running back. I haven't heard out of Sean Porter's mouth, "I want to step into the ring with Yordenis Ugas." And you guys saw how Yordenis Ugas retired Omar Figueroa. See, they trying to say he boxed him easily. No, he retired that man. Omar Figueroa ain't going to fight no more. Contemplating retirement because of the level of the beatdown that Yordenis Ugas gave him. I told you guys, there's two guys in the welterweight division that have the truest and their most properest titles. Errol the True Spence is formerly known as the Boogeyman and now is the man. Let me say it again. Errol the True Spence was formerly known as the Boogeyman and now is the man. And Yordenis Ugas is now the boogeyman of the damn division. Nobody's clamoring to fight him. You don't hear out of Danny Garcia's mouth. So they want to sit here and tell you, "Jeez." You got to be a classic donor and a troglodyte, a Rudy Poo and a plum plum brain, an ultra fanboy with an ultra fanboy rhetoric to say, "Jeez." Where they make these people from, dog? Where they do that at, dog? Who raised you, dog? I still keep thinking of T.K. Kirkland, dog. Who raised you, man? Gee. Oh, I'm in my bag right now, man. Listen, man. Hear me and hear me. Well, no. Let me channel the Black Mamba. Hear me and hear me. Well. This one needs to marinate in the corpus callosum and in the cerebellum. When Yordenis Ugas is calling out Errol the True Spence, it's because it's a conversation of a boogeyman trying to call out the man. Basically, grown man status. The reason why Yordenis Ugas wants a Errol the True Spence fight is because of a common opponent in Sean Porter. See, people keep saying triangle theories don't work, but boxers keep telling you that in certain instances, it does. In this instance, it does. Why do you think Yordenis Ugas wants to fight Errol the True Spence? Because he knows that Errol the True Spence was in a phone booth fight with Sean Porter. And he beat Sean Porter. So he wants to test out the accurate version of the triangle theory to see who would be the winner. That's why he's calling out Errol the True Spence. It ain't for no other reason. That's why he wants that fight. And he understands that Errol the True Spence is the landscape of the 147-pound division. Let me say it again. Errol the True Spence is the landscape fighter of the 147-pound division. You always want to call out the best. When you're a competitor, that's what you do. That's why he's calling out Errol the True Spence and not Terence Crawford. Because when you're rocking with the best, you don't settle for the rest, dog. Let me say it again. When you're rocking for the best, you don't settle for the rest. And in this instance, when you're calling out the best, you ain't got time to deal with the rest. And that's what Terence Crawford is, the rest. Plus, he's on the other side of the damn street with this nonsensical, where these people come from, man? Where do these, la cucaracha, yo no puedo caminar. La cucaracha, yo no puedo caminar. Where do all these damn cockroaches come from? I don't know where they come from. I'm still trying to figure this thing out. Because when it's all said and done, if I was in Yordenis Ugas' position, let's see, I'm on PBC, Errol the True Spence is in PBC, so yeah, it makes dollars and it makes sense, because he knows the sport is stating the most common sense and stating the most obvious. They're on the same side of the aisle, so in his mind, he thinks it's easier. So yeah, let me call out Errol the True Spence. That don't mean he's not calling out Terence Crawford. Who the heck is Terence Crawford? If Terence Crawford was on the PBC side, I'm sure Yordenis Ugas would have called him out before he called out Errol the True Spence. Because he probably feels that, no, he don't probably. He knows in his mind he could beat Terence Crawford more soundly than he could have Errol the True Spence. Yordenis Ugas is a competitor. So yes, he wants to step into the ring and test himself against Errol the True Spence. But I told you guys, when people say boxing triangle theories don't work, yeah, there's instances where it does and there's instances where it doesn't. In this instance, even Yordenis Ugas is entertaining that because of the common opponent in Shawn Porter. They both beat Shawn Porter up definitively different, fundamentally different, but they still beat him. So he's like, okay, let me test this triangle theory out to see how I would pan out against Errol the True Spence. And he believes he can give Errol the True Spence a difficult fight because of his boxing pedigree and his boxing IQ. I believe it would be an interesting fight. I still believe Errol the True Spence would punish him and stop him, especially Errol the True Spence that's in the second win of his boxing career, that's in complete bulldozing and steamrolling fashion. Yes, he's going to beat up Yordenis Ugas and whoever welterweight that wants to step into the ring with him. Yordenis Ugas can get it too. Everybody can get that free smoke. They call him Free Smoke Jr. for a reason. Let me say it again. Everybody can get that free smoke. They call him Free Smoke Jr. for a reason. I'm telling you guys this in the most cold-hearted, unadulterated, cutthroat, truth-telling fashion. Terence Crawford is a non-existent character at 147. All he's proven is a chihuahua barking behind the damn fence. Because his resume at 147 is lame. That shit is garbage. What you trying to tell us? Terence Crawford's resume is knowledge? Get the heck out of here with that nonsense. And it's so lame. That dude had 4 lame fights, man. He's not even in top 10, dog. He's not even in diction at all. So what are you guys talking about? Jeez, nobody wants to fight Terence Crawford. That is what we call fight fans' delusion folklore. That's what it is. Fight fans that are what's fundamentally and evidently wrong with the sport of boxing. Why would you sit here and prop up Terence Crawford as if he did something? The guy sat here and got knocked down within 3 rounds in a fight against Green Bean Machine or Green Mean Machine. It's so funny how in those 3 rounds, within those 3 rounds he got knocked down, the same Bomac said he was going to stop Green Bean Machine or Green Mean Machine in 3 rounds. And Yordenis Ugas can't do better than that dude? Come on. Y'all got to see the nonsense for what it is, dog. I keeps the foot on the what? On the next. I keeps the foot on the what? On the next. And this nonsense about, jeez. I just got one thing to say. Higgity hush. This is Hino's Sport. Checking out.